Yesterday, we had an extremely positive piece of news with Biden and the executive order for cryptocurrency. We saw the market bounce and it went up over 6% as a whole. Today, the market is down nearly 6%. So people are probably thinking, what is going on? Well, I'll explain it to you in just a moment. Hey guys, Funsho here from Recoach Crypto. Hope you're all doing well. And I just wanted to give you a brief update as to what is going on in the crypto market today. We had some extremely positive news yesterday. We saw the market start jumping, and today it is back down again. It's down by about 6% as we speak. I believe the market is currently at about $1.75 trillion. And people are probably scratching their heads thinking, what is going on? So I just want to fill you in on what is happening today and why it has had that effect on the market, and for people not to worry too much about this. So I'm going to get into it now. Okay, so guys, the story that I want to speak to you about is on CoinDesk. The link to this story is in the description as well. And it's Bitcoin reverses Wednesday's gain ahead of ECB, which is the European Central Bank, rate decision, US inflation. Markets have scaled back bets of ECB tightening in the wake of the Russia-Ukraine war. And you can see on the charts here how it has taken a dive. So obviously, the clue is in the title here, guys. But what I want to get at, okay, which is important, let me just find where it is. Okay. The ECB is scheduled to announce its decision on monetary policy on Thursday, March the 10th at 12:45 GMT, which is roughly in 2 hours. Okay, so the ECB's president, Christine Lagarde, will hold a news conference at 1:30 p.m. UTC, or 45 minutes after the ECB's policy announcement. Markets have recently scaled back expectations for the ECB tightening, as the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war is expected to push the European economy into recession characterized by high inflation. According to Refinitiv data, as of Wednesday, money markets had priced in an ECB interest rate rise of less than 15 basis points in December versus a 30 basis point hike before Russia invaded Ukraine on February the 24th. According to Chris Vecchio, strategist at Daily FX, the looming threat of liquidity crisis in Europe may see ECB delay policy tightening. There is a non-zero chance that the European and US sanctions on the Central Bank of Russia provoke a liquidity crunch for European banks that persists for the foreseeable future. In turn, this may be providing the excuse ECB officials need to justify keeping their asset purchase program in place through Q3 of 2022 and interest rates lower for longer, Vecchio said in an email. So what they've gone on to say is most investment banks foresee the ECB to keep the policy stance unchanged while adopting a more flexible stance on inflation, according to FX Street. Traders will also be watching the US Consumer Price Index CPI data for February, due for release at 1:30 p.m. GMT. The consensus forecast is for acceleration in the headline, reading from 7.5 to 7.8%. I think the risk is for an even larger increase in prices, John Kicklighter, strategist at Daily FX, said. So I've already shared this information with my inner circle in the Discord server that we have, which is completely free to join, by the way. For me, this is what I see. You're not going to stop inflation, okay? It's not possible. They might put a pause on it, they might incrementally put it up, but you're going to at some point see hyperinflation. Now, people that are investors, that understand money, that understand the history of money and how these things work with fiat currencies since the day they ever were created, God knows how many years ago, okay, they're just going to protect themselves, hedge themselves against what is coming. Okay, so what you've got to think to yourself is, What can I do to protect myself? What asset classes should I be spreading my wealth across? So when really the inevitable happens, okay, you're in a great position to stop yourself from being hurt too badly. Being stuck in fiat currency today is one of the worst things you could do. Okay, you've got to spread your wealth across multiple asset classes. Okay, now obviously we're all about crypto here. Okay, that's what we do day in, day out. But there are other asset classes you should also be considering. You know, yes, you need some cash. Okay, so some of the fiat you do need, but crypto is definitely something that is going to help you hedge against inflation. Also, precious metals, things like gold and silver, and you know, you just need to think what is the right thing for you. That's what it comes down to. You know, at the end of the day, I'm not a financial advisor. You don't need to take anything I say as gospel, but I do go and look at what happens in history. Okay. And there is nothing, not one fiat currency that has ever survived. They all go pop eventually. So what you've got to think to yourself is, do I want all of my hard earned money, my savings, my wages sat in a currency that is just constantly devaluing? Okay, you're not going to see it suddenly bounce up and start taking off like a rocket, but you will see that in other asset classes. Look at what has happened recently with gold and silver and nickel. Okay, they've started taking off. Look at oil prices. Look at, you know, petrol prices. There are lots of ways that you can make sure that you're winning rather than losing during times like this. And what we are here to do is give you as much information as we possibly can to allow you to go off and make the right decisions for you. And, you know, things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, lots of other cryptocurrencies that are out there, they are going to continue to grow in value. They may get hit first. You know, we're not saying that that's not going to happen. You know, that's a given to us, that we have to factor in that what's going on in the world at the moment is going to affect all markets. But you've got to ask yourself, what about further down the line? What is going to happen then when we actually have this new system in place where, believe me, digital assets are going to be that? You know, what position are you going to be in when everything starts upturning again? And for me, if you've not got exposure to cryptocurrencies, you're massively missing out, and you're also not protecting yourself and your wealth. Anyway, as I said, guys, it's only a brief update. Just wanted to make sure that you guys understand what's happening in the market. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please make sure you give me a thumbs up. And of course, guys, remember as well about our free Discord server. The link is in the description below. It's completely free, and it is a great place to learn more about cryptocurrency. So if you're an investor or you're someone that's looking to get involved, this is a great place to spend time and learn more about it. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll catch up with you guys in the next one. Take care.